Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Mechen H11. As you can see, it's a portable Android streaming MP3 player or digital audio player. And yet, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Mechen themselves for sending me this unit to try, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, nor thoughts and opinions are my own. So this is exactly what it states. It's an Android audio player which can stream and play basically anything that's on the SD card, and it does come with a 64GB card. So yeah, let's just get into it. So that's what you get. That's the company. I actually tried a player from them maybe 12 months ago now, and it actually wasn't too bad. Not Android though. So yeah, H11, thank you for your purchase. Digital player. So okay, so 6 languages. Just a quick through in English, you can see what it's like. Information there. Obviously you'll see the player in a bit. Set the language. Information there. So again, it is Android. I've also just turned this player on. I haven't really used it much. I've just basically powered it up. Although this is Android kind of information. Just pause when you want to have a look. There should be a few inbuilt apps as well. It says two-way Bluetooth. Issue if you have to reset, and that's what it can do. So 3GB of RAM, which is enough for a player. I'm not here to play games or use it for performance. 16GB. Android 9 is a bit old, but a 5-inch 1080p panel. 4.1 Bluetooth is a bit old, so 4.1 and 909 a little bit old, but we'll see what it's like. Dual band Wi-Fi. All the basically formats you need. There's ebook. I personally be only trying it for music. Image formats, supported OS, so I'll have to see how that works. Maybe you can just plug a USB in and it acts like a storage device, but obviously I'll try it. Troubleshooting, and that's it. So on to German. So yeah, that's it. See what that's like. Get to the player in a bit. Okay, it actually comes with earphones. So earphones, Type-C cable, I'll have a look in a bit. Looks like there's a screen protector in the back. A case as well. I'll see what that's like when I get to try it out. So again, I've turned this on so I know the device works. This is all metal. Front and rear glass. Some fingerprints there. 5V 1A, H11. Bottom, maybe a speaker, I'm not quite sure. So Type-C, SD card. 3.5 on the bottom. I think that's a microphone. Just there. Nothing on the top. I think that's power. I think to maybe reset a hole, not quite sure. And obviously volume up and down. And yeah, so obviously I'll turn it on when I get to review it. So I didn't know it actually came with before. Actually it came with the pair of earphones. So I'm quite curious of that. So yeah, I'll see you in the future. So welcome to my review section of the Mechen or the Mechen H11. Obviously it's Android, obviously we'll get to it, obviously let's see if it works. Anyway, this is the earphones it comes with. Unfortunately not a good set, but 3 pair of earphones are better than no earphones. But anyway, I did graph these just out of curiosity to see what they're like. I'll put the graph on there so you can have a look. As you can see, not very good matching. Bloaty and quite sharp. Then that's it really. Just going to sum over it. I don't really recommend the earphones included, but like I said, something is better than nothing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So here's a player. Have a look around it. So that's obviously the power, volume up and down. I put it in the case. Works fine. There's a cutout for a camera. Maybe this had a camera back in the day. I don't know. Doesn't really matter really. I've seen there's the SD card slot, so you have to get it out of the case to use it. Less of a deal really. 3.5 jack and the speaker. So the Type-C port is used to charge, and it's used if you connect it to your computer. This acts like removable storage, so you haven't got to get the SD card out. So that's super useful if you don't have a micro SD card reader really. So yeah, that's the unit. This is what it looks like. Now in real life, this looks really blue on the camera, but in real life this is actually like purple. Real life it looks much better than on the camera, but it is like purple in real life. So as you can see, screen is a 5-inch 1080p panel, and in real life this is actually quite a nice panel. More than enough for a player like this. It also has Android 9, which is a bit of a negative, but depends if that really matters to you. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Just quickly run over the unit. You can see everything here is how it came with from the factory. So obviously Hibby, your file explorer settings, Gboard, Bluetooth, radio, Mobi. I never heard that before. You got fully working Play Store. You can see when I've actually made this. You'll see this the day after, which is a Thursday. Everything again is included, so you can use Chrome, whatever. I use this just purely for music. So you got Amazon Music if you need to. Also, if you don't want to use Wi-Fi, you don't have to. You can just do it everything off the SD card if you want to. And if that's your piece, obviously you got Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, all works. Obviously you got Hibby, and that's it. So settings. You can see how much RAM it's using, battery life there. All normal Android stuff, to be honest. So battery life, let's talk about that. So battery life like in this is either good or bad, depends on you use it. So if you use videos, you maybe get 5 to 6 hours, which is basically screen on all the time. But if you do screen off, lower volume, you'll get 40 odd hours or more, which is pretty good. So I recommend playing like that. And Bluetooth obviously makes a difference. Obviously your mileage may vary with stuff like that. Yeah, so also it takes up to 3 hours to charge, depends how low the battery is. And the battery inside is 2,500 milliamp hours, which is alright. A bit more would have been great, but it is what it is. Weight of this is kind of heavy. I think it's nearly 200 grams, because a lot of this is metal, so just bear that in mind as well. But it's probably no heavier than your phone. So apps anyway, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. It comes with all of this, and it's got fully working Google Play Store, and the ROM is not modified. It's fully functioning Android, so it should have all languages and stuff like that. Obviously I picked obviously English, because that's what I picked. Obviously it's got a ton of stuff. You can see it's all normal Android, so you can pick what you want. Yeah, so dongle DAC support. So as you can see, Type-C here, and yes, it does support dongle DAC. So I tried it with this Sonata HD2. Just as a quick example, this one here, that's Type-C in there, works absolutely fine. Not a problem at all. So sound of this, so what does it actually sound like? So this doesn't have a separate kind of DAC like ESS, Cirrus Logic, AKM, nothing like that. It's a MediaTek chipset. So what does that actually sound like? Now, it sounds better than I expected, considering it's just built whatever the built-in chipset. And surprisingly, no noise floor. So the sound quality from the 3.5 is better than I expected. So what does that sound like? It sounds fine. I don't know what to say really. It's got good detail. Everything's pretty clear. It didn't really seem fussy with sources. So I tried this with the Lectura S12 Pro. Works fine, but you have to use 70% power output. And I've tried it with the Kiwi Ears Orchestra Light, which is an all-balanced armature set. It's absolutely fine, no hiss or nothing. I was expecting hiss and I didn't get none, so it was quite a pleasant surprise. But the actual sound quality, that's at the 3.5, is actually pretty good. I don't think obviously you won't beat true DAPs with a high-quality DAC amp setup. But for an £80 price, I think this is about £80 at the moment, it's actually not too bad at all for sound quality, and especially for noise floor. So Bluetooth, it's only got Bluetooth 4.1, as you can see there, which is fine actually. I tried the same earphones on my phone, which is Bluetooth 5.1, and I did some blind testing, and the only difference I really noticed, the 5.1 sounds a touch clearer. Obviously you'll gain improvements with battery life and efficiency. But 4.1 isn't as bad as you expect anymore, I don't think. And it works fine. Range is fine as well, to be honest. Now, SD card which is in there. It comes with a 64 gig, which is fine. It supports up to 512, I think. I didn't try that, but I've tried this with the 256 gig. No problem at all. And yeah, because it's only got on board, it's got 16 gigabytes, which is obviously where the apps are stored. Obviously, that's not enough, but it's enough for the OS and apps. So yeah, 64 gigs fine. Obviously, it's included. You know, if you want to put more in, you know, it's up to you. But out the box, 64 gig includes, not too bad at all in my opinion. Beats having like a 16 gig card, obviously 32. So 64 I think is fine. And the RAM on this is 3 gig of RAM, which is enough. Obviously, I've not tried this for gaming. I've tried it for some videos briefly, but it's fine. But it's not designed for that. It's designed as a basic use. So 3 gig of RAM is fine for these kind of apps. Just bear that in mind if you want to play games or anything like that. It's also got Wi-Fi. I've just turned it off, but obviously you can turn it on there. Again, it's all normal kind of Android setting. Again, this is not blue in real life. This is white. It's just how the camera. My camera don't like blues for some reason. Yeah. So I think I've said quite a lot. So what do I think of this? For £80, it's not a bad player at all. Sounds better than I expected. But negatives, I would say, is Android 9. I like to see a bit newer than that. And probably Bluetooth 4.1. Again, Bluetooth 5 would have been, I think, great with this. But again, that might cost more money. Overall, works fine. You don't need to use the Wi-Fi if you don't use streaming. If you want to use it just as an offline device, it works absolutely fine. The 3.5 sounds better than I expected. Sounds pretty clean. It just seems like overall good sound quality. The volume level is enough, unless you got something stupid that you want to power. But if you got conventional earphones, not a problem. Performance of the app, the player is fine as well. Again, I only tried it mainly with music apps and it works absolutely fine. I don't have to show you the menus because it works like any other. If you got this app on your phone, like Hibby or Fubar 2K is another. If it works well on your phone, it'll probably work well on this because it's Android. The panel, which is a 5-inch 1080p panel, is actually pretty good. Yeah, so overall, I think it's fine. £80, it's better than I expected, especially sound quality. Yeah, not much to say really. Say negatives is probably Android 9 and Bluetooth 4.1. And it's a bit heavy, I think nearly 200 grams. But apart from that, it works absolutely fine. It's your choice if you want to use Wi-Fi or not. Case is obviously fine. Obviously, it does come with a screen protector in the box as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The earphones that it comes with aren't very good, but something is better than nothing, and it's a backup. So yeah, I think I'll probably end it there. So if you want to know anything particular, please do let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next video.